because people are not all the one size straight up and down. Not unless you're like 5'10" model who's a size 8. Like, it just doesn't happen. And even then, the 5'10" model who's a size 8 might have slightly broader shoulders and a smaller hip, etc., and vice versa. Hi, I hope you're all well. If you are new around here, hello, it's lovely to meet you. And if you are returning, thank you very fucking much for coming back. My name's Alanna, I'm a 36-year-old lady living in Scotland, and that is where my accent is from. And on this channel, we predominantly talk all things beauty, skincare, hair care, lifestyle, travel, bloggery bullshit, but with a liberal sprinkling of sarcasm, cynicism, and some might say honesty thrown in on top. This intro has been filmed a little bit after I made this video, so just so you know, I have already been on holiday. I think you could probably tell I've been on holiday. Look at the normal colour of me and the tan that I've got going on. So this video is going to be a Cupshe haul. I had asked over on Instagram where people were buying their bikinis now, because I kind of felt like the 30 to 60-year-old age group had just been forgot about. You're either like wearing the big old granny pants, or you're on Love Island wearing something that resembles a thong for the front. Let's face it. So this video is going to be the recommendations that I got from loads of people over on Instagram to try Cupshe. I had never tried them before, I had never even heard of them before, but the stuff looked really good. In hindsight, spoiler alert, I'm just going to tell you right now, the return system, not great. Shit. I ordered a lot of bikinis in this haul, you will see, in the hope that I'd be able to pick maybe 2 or 3 of them and send the others back. But their return system, not fantastic. So there's going to be a lot of stuff going unvented, unfortunately. And that is my word of warning from the get-go. If I had known that, then I wouldn't have ordered as many, but it's a difficult one with bikinis because you don't know about fit and style and all that kind of stuff. But what I will say as well is that I found the quality quite good. But we will get into all of that in the video, and I did end up actually taking 2 of them away on my holiday last week as well. So if that sounds like your kind of thing and you want to see a bikini haul and you want to know whether Cupshe is worth it, if it's been any good, maybe it was a site that you're a little bit worried ordering from, because although the photos look really good, actually the quality is good as the photo, that kind of thing. So let's just get into it. Alright, so this has just arrived today. I'm hoping you don't see email address. Cupshe, right? I told you I was going to have a Cupshe haul as well, because again, a lot of you over on Instagram told me that this was really good for swimwear, bikinis, etc. Now just a little disclaimer. This is a customs label, but I didn't have to pay any customs on this. And also it says commercial items, if known, in country of origin. It's got HK, which I would presume is Hong Kong. But then it's country. What country would HK be? But then it says like the tax value is like $17.95 or something. So I found that quite interesting. So does that mean the value of these 9 bikinis is $17.95? And it's dollars as well, I should say that. Interesting, because I certainly did not pay $17.95 for these 9 bikinis, so we will see how this goes. Also, I am under the impression that you can return these. If any of them don't work for me and I can't return them, I'm gonna have to fucking vent them, which is really annoying, but it said on the website you could return them, so let's keep our fingers crossed. I suppose in a way I'm just a little dubious, because I bought them and didn't realise that they were going to be coming from a really far away country. It didn't really suggest that on the website at all. So I actually ordered these, I want to say about 10 days ago. As you can see, my case is sitting there ready to be packed. We are 2 days to go, well actually a day and a half to go on holiday. And basically I've still to fill my case, and these have just arrived, so just in the nick of time. But these are not things that are going to get to you like, you know, 2-3 days or even 4 days, you know. That took a wee while to get here, about 10 days I would say. So just be aware of that for a start. Also, I already said this in my Tesco bikini haul, so I'll put that up in the corner if you want to see it. I am a UK size 12, I am a 10 to 12 on the top, and anywhere between a 12 to a 16 on the bottom, depending on the shop. The biggest part of me is my hips and my bum. I am a typical pear shape, smaller on the top, bigger on the bottom. So I have picked up a few bikinis, and some of the shapes and sizes are things I wouldn't usually go for, but let's see how we get on. So this is quite cute. They're all like individually wrapped in their own cases. Now the other thing I would say is as well, that when I was ordering these, some of them, it was like, are just the one size. Like you could only buy them in a 12 or a medium. And in other suits, you could buy them in individual sizing like a 34C and then a small, medium, large bottom, etc. So just be aware of that as well. Okay, so I'm going to start off with this kind of cobalt blue colour. And the thing is, this has, I mentioned in my Tesco video, I don't like loads of strappy things, but there were some really interesting shapes on Cupshe and I thought, fuck it, let's just try some other things. And it's got like this detail on the back, you'll see when I've got it on. It does have cups in here as well. Are these removable? Let me just check that. Sometimes you can take them out. No, they are not removable. And these are the briefs here. And again, this is just like a classic bikini shape. So we're going to try these on. Remember, leave your liners on, wear your own knickers, don't be gross. Okay, so first thing, I love the colour. I think the colour is really nice. I'm really having a moment with blue now because it's never been a colour that I've ever really worn. But I love the colour. I think it's so nice. It's just your classic kind of triangle bikini on the front. What I am thinking is that it almost like folds under here. There is a seam, but it doesn't stay nice and flat. It kind of curls under. It doesn't feel like it's particularly cheap or thin made. It's got a really good thickness. It's not like it's going to go see-through or anything. There's a good thickness to the material. But because of the back, let me show you, here, yeah, don't mind my tan lines. It has actually been warm in Scotland and I was wearing SPF when that happened, so fucked it already. But because of the straps, there's not a lot of strap. Like, I've tied a bow there, but actually I've had to tie it quite tight because the length of the strap that was left to tie a bow in was quite thin. So maybe if I like tied it a bit tighter, they would come a little higher. But I feel like as if there really wasn't much in the way of the strap. Obviously, if you're someone with a larger bust, I spoke about this in my last video as well, I am not the person to look to for guidance for that because I don't have a massive bust. But I feel like there's a bit of support in this, but probably not a huge amount, to be honest. The bottoms, I like the shape of them. I think there's pretty good coverage at the back. I'm into it. I like the bottoms. I really like the colour. But this at the back here, I think I would just, I know I'm a bit boring, I think I would just rather a classic shape bikini at the back, but I really, really like the colour. Okay, so I've just put this one on and this one I know straight away will be going back. I need to tie the strap tighter at the neck, but you know what, I can't be arsed because I know it's going to go back. Here's the thing, so this is also a medium and this is one of the ones that came as a set. But I feel like the bottoms on this one are much, much tighter than the bottoms on the other blue one. I also ordered this because it's got a little bit of like Little Mermaid vibe to it, you know, the new movie coming out and all that. But the actual scalloped edge, if you can see it here, is just flopping about. It's just like flapping around. Same with the edge on the pant as well. Like you can maybe see it just at the back there. But it's just folding over. It's not laying flat against your skin, which makes it just look a little weird, a little bit odd. The other thing I would say is, yes, this is a classic style bikini, but I feel like, because this has just got that strap at the back, it's got an adjustable strap, I should say that as well. It's got 3 adjustment areas. But it's like the triangle starts from here, because even for me, this feels a little flimsy. The fabric itself doesn't feel flimsy, it's actually quite thick, but it's the way that it's been made. And I know that because when I went to uni to do fashion design, this is a pattern issue. That's what I'm trying to say. This is a pattern issue, because if this is meant to be the medium, it means that, like, if you really want that to give you a little bit more like support and shape here, this needs to be further round a little bit. But whereas it's kind of just falling, these are flopping down and it's making it look like I've got kind of a saggier boob than I've got, and that's not a problem. See, if you've got saggy boobs, you've got saggy boobs, so that's fine. Like I could stick something under there, but if you have got larger breasts than I do, then it's going to cause even more, like that's not going to give any support at all. This is just nothing. There's nothing there. And like I say, the scallop is just like folding down here. You can't even see it on the stomach. It's just folding over. So this one is an absolute no. Alright, so I've picked up this one. I also picked this in a medium. I think all of the ones that came as sets I picked up in a medium. I really like the detailing on this one. It's kind of brown colour with this little embroidered edge, but I feel like it's the same kind of shape as this one, so we will see when I get to it. This has a slightly different pant to it because there's this like band around the top there. You probably see it on the back a little bit better. See how there's a band around the top, so it's got a slightly different shape to the brief for these ones, so let's give them a go. Okay, I don't hate the top on this one. This one is definitely made a little bit better, like it's got a little bit more going on around the side here. Again, it's just one of these kind of thin straps though, and that's kind of digging in at the back for the medium. I think maybe, I don't know how I would feel about the large for the cup sizes, but on the back, that's like really digging in there. Can you see that? So I feel that is a little bit neat, and it doesn't have an adjustable strap at the back. It's just got a clasp. I think it's very pretty. I do actually think it's a really pretty bikini. Definitely gives a much better shape, I feel, at the front here. Maybe just because it's not a halter. Maybe that, I don't know. But it's a nicer shape at the front. The briefs, I don't mind them. I think they're nice. Pretty much just a pair of bikini bottoms. Definitely have a different shape to them. I quite like this at the side, and then the actual triangle areas here. But I feel it again, because it's the medium, it's just a little neat here, and this is my largest part of me. It feels like they're kind of digging in this area. It's not horrific, it's not like they're too small for me, but I am aware of it, and I think I wouldn't feel very comfortable. That's why I quite like the tie side, because you can loosen them off a little bit and they're not as tight, which is a shame because I think this is a really pretty bikini, but unfortunately, again, I think the fit of this one just isn't quite right. Maybe the large would have been better, but I kind of think the large would be too big on the cups. I don't know, what do you think? What I should have said as well was that the blue scalloped one, they had removable cups. This one doesn't. This one is just like all built in. This feels like a better quality bikini than the blue one. The aqua blue one, I should say. The first blue one was really good. The second one was just not quite as good quality. This one feels really good quality again. They were all really varying in price, so I will put all of them down below so you can actually check out what price they were. Okay, so next up is this one. I don't know, what would you call this print? Is it floral? I don't know. Like, at first I was like, is it cow print? And I was like, no, I think it's meant to be floral. I don't know. There is a little bit like a hoop detail in this one. This set is actually in the large set. This is a large one instead of the medium. And I feel like this has a much better kind of fit around the sides. But again, this is the kind of shape that it's not just the string. It's got an actual panel at the back here. That just feels better for me. And again, I kind of like, this is the large, it's fine on the chest, but I feel like it's maybe just a little, like it's not giving me too much of a shape. It's just covering me up, but I like it. I think it's nice, it's pretty. The problem is the briefs. I did order these knowing that they were the slightly more midi, high waist, I don't know. They don't come up quite past the belly button. Like I would say that is probably more high waist, right up high. This one kind of sits just below your belly button. But I spoke about this in my Tesco video as well. Like I don't know what it is about this shape of brief. I just feel like this is too high on my torso. I prefer things to be a little lower down. And like I said, I feel like when you've got this slightly higher waist, it means that this bit is also a little higher. Like you can see where my pants naturally are kind of sticking out the bottom. I've just tucked them in there. Because my pants would normally sit here on my body, like across the way. Whereas this is obviously going like quite high, like this. And I think like the back is nice. There's a lot of good coverage on the back there and things like that. But personally, I just don't like this cut of a bikini bottom. I just don't like it. I just prefer something a little bit more, I'd said it already, maybe like this. I just prefer things to be a little smaller, and it's madness because like I feel more comfortable wearing less fabric, but that is how I feel. I feel like as if when it's a way up here, it's accentuating all the bits that I'm actually really self-conscious about. It makes me feel that way. They just don't sit right. I just prefer it when my bikinis are like down a little bit further. And okay, maybe my stomach's on show, but it is what it is. I've had a baby, like I've got a little bit of jiggle to my tummy. That is it. I'm actually really proud of my figure. I'm actually really proud of my body. I still go to the gym. I've only been back, I've probably been back about 3 months now. That's not bad, is it? And I'm not someone who enjoys the gym, not for a second. And I'm not someone who's like, oh my God, I need to work out to get slim or anything. I specifically go to the gym because of my health issues, like my diabetes and my heart problems, to keep me healthy. But I do look after my body, and I am really, really proud of my body, but it has changed slightly. It's slightly more jiggly, it is what it is, but never in my life have I been someone who was ever self-conscious of my body or wanting to hide my body. But there are certain things that I put on and I think, I just don't suit that. I just would prefer a different shape. And that's all I'm saying when I say that. I'm not saying like, oh, do you know what? Like, I just want to cover myself up, or I don't like this and I don't like that, and I don't like these areas of my body. It, you know, it makes me feel horrible. It doesn't. I just prefer to wear a shape that I feel more comfortable in. That's all I mean. And it's a shame because I actually really do quite like this weird cow animal flower print. I don't know what it is. Okay, so the last one is actually something, I think the print's really nice. I like the print. I feel like it's that kind of boho style, like 70s print. Oh, I really like it. Let me show you. But unfortunately, I think this is the high-waisted brief again, which is really fucking annoying. I wish they just, like all brands, not just Cupshe, but I wish there was an option to buy things in the same fabric, but in a different shape. So could I get them in like a smaller side, please? Can I get them in a tie side? Can I get them in a high waist, a midi waist? Can I get them in a thong, if that's what you like? A boy short, whatever it is you want to do. I wish they would do that. Just the same fabric, but different styles. But here is the really kind of cool, muted, floral. I feel it's very 70s. I like it. So let's try this on. The top on this one is totally different. It's like this shirred fabric, you know, like shirring. Is that what it is what you call it, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. And there is cups in this that you can remove as well. This is a medium as well, and it is a tie at the back. So let's see how we go on with this. Oh, this is so annoying. I think this little top is beautiful. I really like the little top. I think it's very, very pretty. It's got this kind of little frilled edge and stuff. I love the shape, this kind of straight shape across with the straps. I think that's great. Oh, the strap's removable as well, I should say. It is a tie strap, actually, because that's why I was like, why is it removable? It's a tie strap at the neck, and then it's got little clips here. Very, very pretty. And obviously a tie at the back as well. But I fucking hate the bottoms again. Exactly the same issues. I'm not going to go into it all again, but I just don't like the shape of them. I don't like this shape of bikini brief. So this is where it's just Cupshe, if you'd like some advice. I did see they had this print with a more classic style bikini top and a more classic style, like just your kind of smaller bikini bottom. Make them mix and matchable. Also make your sizes mix and matchable, because people are not all the one size straight up and down. Not unless you're a fucking like 5'10" model who's a size 8. Like, it just doesn't happen. And even then, the 5'10" model who's a size 8 might have slightly broader shoulders and a smaller hip, etc., and vice versa. So I'm so fucking annoyed because this is so cute. This is lovely. I would absolutely wear this. It's very, very pretty. I love the print. I just absolutely hate the bottoms. I hate them. They're horrible. If this is the style of bottoms you like to wear, please don't be offended. It's fine. On me, I hate them. Not saying on other people. I just really do not like this shape or this cut on me personally. I feel like this haul is not going as successfully as the Tesco one, because so far I think only the blue one is maybe one I would keep. The rest, I'm like, meh, you can give or take it. Alright, so the next two items are the ones that came individually, like with top and bottom, so I did pick them up in the appropriate sizing. Okay, this is cute. I like this. This is really nice. I love the little bit of detail in here at the front. I think that's lovely. As I say, I got the top in the medium. I don't think it was like 34C or anything like that. Just in the medium. And on the bottom, I got the large, which personally I think feels much better. I know it doesn't maybe look any different, but in comparison to that very first blue one that I tried, this feels a little bit more comfortable for me. It doesn't feel like it's digging in quite the way the blue one was. And the blue one wasn't digging in bad, but this is just a little bit more comfortable. I really, really like it. There's plenty like coverage on the back and things like that. And I think this is a beautiful colour. I really, really like the colour. I kind of, maybe I'm just being swayed, but I like the colour as well because I feel like a lot of the stuff that I picked up to go on holiday, the colour palette is like beiges and browns and neutrals and nude and maybe khaki and maybe a little bit like sage green. And I feel like this this is going to go really well with that colour palette as well. So yes, I like this. I think it's very, very nice. I will keep this one. Thank the Lord. I probably will keep the blue one as well. I think that's really nice. But then we're getting a bit ridiculous because do I need 5 bikinis to go on holiday or 4 bikinis to go on holiday? I already have 2, so I really only needed another 1. Okay, so this one's quite cute. It's not bad. I'll just show you the back. It's like a crossover at the back. But I do feel it is that kind of, because it's just the wee string here, not a string, like strip here. Again, it's digging in a little bit. Not quite as bad as the other one, but it is happening a little bit. There's not quite as much support on the sides again because it's just like the triangle here. But this one isn't quite as bad. I think because it's not a halter, it's still like coming down over your back. It's given a little bit more support than the other one that I spoke about. The briefs are absolutely fine, the style that I like, very good. But this one I'm probably not going to keep because I feel like it's just not, I don't know. I don't need it. I've now got 3 bikinis to go on holiday with. 3, 4, 3. I've now got the brown one and the 2 green ones that I had anyway. But I just feel like this is a little bit like, there's just not quite enough support on the side for me, even with a smaller chest. And I don't really like it like digging in to this area. It just feels uncomfortable to me. But let me give you an overview of my thoughts so far. So that was 9 bikinis I tried on there. First and foremost, I think the quality is quite nice. I think the quality is good. Some people have been like, oh, you know, is it like Shein? Is it like this? Because Shein's one of these things, like you could order something and it could be really nice, and you could order something and it could be like nothing like the picture, and it could be like the thin spit through material, absolute crap. So I was a little dubious when I ordered from Cupshe, although I had only seen good reviews so far. So I have to say it's kind of lived up to those reviews. But if that customs label is anything to go by, I've filled out custom labels before to send to people around the world. So you have to say like what is in the parcel, how many items are in the parcel, and how much it costs in the total. So if it is $17.95 for those 9 bikinis, as I said, you will go and see the prices below of each bikini. That is certainly not what I paid for them. In its defense, what I would say is though that they are a good quality bikini. They are good quality materials, and I think if items like this were being sold in the shops here, like, you know, New Look, Next, Marks and Spencer's, all these places that we would buy on the high street here in the UK, then they would be in a similar price range to what they are on Cupshe, if not more expensive. And let's not be fools here. Like, we know the likes of Marks and Spencer's and Zara and New Look and H&M. They might charge you 20 quid for a bikini top, or I don't know, 15.99 for a pair of bottoms, whatever it is. But they've no paid that much to make them, have they? So like, we're not being stupid here. So I get why it would be cheaper, but that difference, that markup is really quite large if you look at how much these bikinis cost. I did get a discount with them. The discounts are really easy to find. If you sign up as well, you get like, you know, 10% off, or if you spend a bit more, you get more off money, blah, blah, blah. So I did get a discount on them as well. So I didn't pay full price for all of these. No way, no hope in hell. But I am really hoping that they've got a returns policy now, because I've realised that they've came from somewhere far and wide. It did say they had a returns policy on their website before I bought from them, so let's just see how that goes. But I'm definitely going to keep the nice kind of rust, would you call it? This kind of rusty one, but out of 9 bikinis, I am only keeping 1, and it's really unfortunate because I really like that kind of 70s print, the floral one with the shirring. I really like that, but I just wish that they would make mix and matchable options, or make the same bottoms in a different fabric so that you can pick and choose what shape you like. That would be really good. But otherwise, my experience with them has been fine. It will take a little bit longer for it to get to you, so don't be thinking I am going on holiday on the weekend. I'll order them on Monday and they will get here, because it will not happen. You need to order these maybe like a month before you're going away, just to give yourself a little bit of time. I have just made it in the nick of time, so as I say, this has been about 10 days, maybe even 14 days. It's maybe been 2 weeks actually since I put the order in. So just be aware of that as well. But quality wise, it's really nice. I don't think we would expect to pay any less for them here in the high street. And I think the ones that I picked were really, really cute. Will I keep the blue one? I'll maybe keep the blue one as well, the cobalt blue one. That's nice. I'm having a moment with blue at the moment. I'm going to keep it too. But anyway, that is where I'm going to leave this video. I hope it was useful to you. Let me know if you have tried anything from Cupshe. A lot of yous over on Instagram recommended to me, and I'm so glad you did. Just wish that they would change a couple little things, because for somebody with a pear shape, I really need to have like a different size bottom from the tops, etc, etc. That would be lovely. Thank you. Anyway, I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye.